Hi everyone, Alejandro Mesas here. Today I would like to show you a quick example of how easy it can be to implement one agent to solve a real use case once you have an AI lakehouse in Google Cloud. And for this, I would first show you what is the use case that we are going to be solving today. After, I would jump into a demo of the agent implemented in BigQuery. And finally, I would show you how we are integrating this ADK agent with the AI Lakehouse in BigQuery via Conversational Analytics API. The use case is, imagine you have a transportation agency who want to improve the customer or the passenger experience. And for this, they install different cameras on the buses. Those cameras are going to be taking pictures, and we are going to be analyzing those pictures in order to detect if there is maybe a broken glass, there is some cleanness issues that we need to schedule a team to clean the bus stop. Maybe there is a graffiti, so we need to do some painting, etc. For this, I implemented a ADK agent and deploy in a Cloud Run. So quite easy, ADK deploy, and I just deploy the agent in there. Now you can see here the UI is nothing fancy. This is actually the default UI that you may have in ADK, but I did that for debugging purposes. So this agent, we can see after the prompt, is basically just going to be solving, answering questions about the bus stops in order to schedule some maintenance on different teams. And let's see actually what it's capable to do. Can you tell me how many open incidents do we have? So basically, this query is something rather simple. Here, we also, for debugging purposes, are showing the thinking process. And this question can be answered in an easy way with Ask Lakehouse tool. And this is actually the query that is being executed. So keep in mind here we are using Conversational Analytics API in order to do this natural language translation to SQL. And I ask explicitly to always display the query that is being executed. So simple count, we see we have 6 open incidents. So let's see if can you show me a chart with incidents and their status. Conversational Analytics API also have the possibility of creating some basic charts or plots. I did that with a different tool. There are some couple of lines of code copied from the documentation, so no big deal. And here we see a chart that is telling us we have 1 closed issue, we have 6 open issues, and there are 2 scheduled. So it seems like we have some work to do. Let's get to it. Quick note, this is not BigQuery Studio. Here we are using basically a conversational analytics-based integration with BigQuery. So can you list the details of all the bus stops with an open incident? So let's see now what are the bus stops that have some open incident, and let's see which metadata is actually going to retrieve from there. Important to mention for those who maybe don't know ADK, in this debugging UI, you can see where the time take for the different calls. You can also see here where the requests that was sent, the responses, and also you can see here a nice graph with what are the agent that you have implemented, in this case Maintenance Explorer, and also the different tools that are at the disposal. We'll see them in a minute. So you see here, well, this is the query that was executed. Good news is also only selecting the proper columns in order to save some cost. And then here, well, we see, oh, this is the bus stop, this is the address, this is another bus stop, and that's the address. But to be honest, I don't really know where's the problem. So can you tell me what is the description of the open incident and the bus stop number. So I would like to now understand what is actually the problem in those bus stops. I would like to also mention how we are actually detecting those incidents. So those incidents are being detected via BigQuery integration with Gemini. And basically we have a image that is, all the images are being saved in a bucket. On top of these images, we have a big lake table. And then with these big lake tables via BigQuery, we are making calls to LLMs in order to analyze the images and classify them in the different type of problems that we are solving here. So those are the description that we have. There are some leaves on the ground for the bus stop server. Here the bench have some damage. And then in bus stop 15, there is some clean issues and there is some dark liquid on the sidewalk. Let's see if this is actually true. Show me the image for bus stop 15. So now what I'm asking is, or what is happening under the hood is this image is stored or is saved in the big lake table that we have for the object tables. And then from there, I implemented, and you can see here, this is the tool, save image for a bucket. So basically this is getting the image from the bucket. It's downloading in local, or in this case in Cloud Run. And then after, this information is going to be saved in an artifact. You can see here the different artifacts that we are sending. And actually, we can see there is indeed some issues in this bus stop. So let's see if, can you help me to write an email, schedule a team to clean this bus stop. So this is a quite typical capability of LLMs. You want to write an email, but here what is also happening under the hood is we are calling first Lakehouse tool, which is conversation analytics, in order to retrieve the information of the issue for this bus stop. We are also, because I explicitly said that in the description, also please use a different tool in order to translate this URL bucket, it's called here get external URL image, into an URL that the team can click and download. All right. So let's see if the email is coming back to us. And here, all right. So now we ask to get the information. And so now I got the information. Now we'll start to write the email. All right. Okay. So this is the email. This is the subject. Cleaning required for bus stop 15. And then here you have a description. So there's some split of dark liquid. And then you have here a link that the team can click in order to see the image. And of course here, well, this is for debugging purposes. I'm just showing here the query, but of course you will not do that in a real case scenario. Now, I would like to quickly show you what is the architecture that we have, and after a couple of lines of codes. So the architecture, as I mentioned, the images are going to be landing in a cloud bucket. Then on top of this cloud bucket, we have some BigQuery, big lake big lake object table that are going to be very useful in order to query those images. Here, using the capabilities of BigQuery integration with the Vertex AI, we are able to call LLMs in order to analyze where is the status of the bus stops, where the problem, how many people maybe we saw in the images. And then this information, the output of this could be saved into vector embeddings, but in this case, we are just saving in another BigQuery table. And once we have all this information in the Lakehouse, let's jump into the code of the agent. This is the agent, and the ADK agent, well, this is basically how you define an ADK agent. Here you have the name, the model that is going to be using, and here you have the tools. Those are the different tools that the agent is able to use in order to achieve the goal. And maybe the most important one for this example is Ask Lakehouse. Okay, so Ask Lakehouse is doing nothing else that using Conversational Analytics API, and then maybe just jump into this. So here, we're basically, if it doesn't exist at the beginning, we create a Conversational Analytics agent, and that's one of the key parts where you define where are the tables that you are going to be using in order to retrieve the information and answer the questions. You just need to list the tables, and if those tables have descriptions, that's going to help a lot. The table description, column description, in order to improve the quality of the results. In this example, I don't have any description at all in the table, but you also have the possibility to explain here those system instructions, and this is everything that I need to provide in order to solve this problem as you are seeing today. So, well, this is basically the example I wanted to show you. Maybe for reference here, keep in mind that when you go to the GitHub repo, in agent, we have this maintenance explorer, which is using ADK and Conversational Analytics API. And there is another agent here that is a little bit more complex, because it also allows you to do possibilities to schedule maintenance, do some forecasting, etc. And with this is basically everything I wanted to show today. Thank you very much, and see you soon.